Hi, it's Steve Major again. Hope you're having a great day. Today I wanted to talk to you about something that's important to me. Um, it's not all rainbows. I live in a world that's a yogic world, and sometimes it feels like there's this overwhelming pressure for us to always keep it positive. Keep it positive, keep it positive. What I want to challenge you to think about is it really necessary to be positive all the time? Or should we be striving for peace with whatever we're feeling? I think sometimes it feels like there's a pressure to keep all our lives very positive, and this love-hate relationship we have between positivity and negativity is artificially created. When I say artificially created, it's something that we believe in our thought process that positive is better than negative. But understanding for yourself that, well, you can't have positive without negative. There's no way to understand the experience of love if you haven't had pain and suffering. You can't know happiness if you hadn't known sadness. So I think we have this dualism that we sometimes then have, or often have created, that one is much more important than the other. I think in my life I've come to understand that trying to find some equanimity, which is basically being peaceful with whatever is present in myself, is much more constructive. That's not to say that I don't want to have happiness or that I'm not generally a positive person. I think I am. But it's understanding that some days I'm not, and some days I feel sad, some days I feel tired, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be that every day I feel upbeat or energetic or fantastic. That's not real. That's not reality. So if we're striving for something sometimes that's unachievable, we create for ourselves something that is unachievable. So I think for me, I want you to think about embracing your struggles, embracing whatever is going on in your life. So that means at times when you're struggling with something that's a challenge, whether it's conflict in your life, conflict in a relationship, financial struggles, just own that feeling and understand that that turmoil comes from a place of challenge. And then in that place of challenge, then say, I'm strong enough that I can overcome this challenge. I believe in myself. I can find an answer. I can find a solution. But if you're feeling sad and you have a good reason, whether it's loss or a loss of a relationship, understand that that's okay. It's okay to be sad when something bad happens to you. It's okay to cry if you need to cry. How you feel is how you feel. There was a long time in my life that I would say to people, I don't think you should feel that way. What a terrible thing to say to somebody. There's no truth or validity to that. It's not up to me as a human being to say to any other human being how they should feel about something. How you feel is how you feel. If you come to me and you say something that you say you feel a certain way, and I may not agree with it, if there's a part of me that'll just say, now, I understand that's the way you feel. The other part is trying to understand where that feeling comes from. What is your truth in that feeling? But it's not for me as a human being to tell anybody else how they should feel or why they should feel a certain way about anything. So coming back to where we started, because I feel sometimes I get a little bit tangential, is that it's not all rainbows, but some of the things in terms of feeling alive are best in our pain and suffering. I can remember in my life the times when I've lost family or have had really difficult challenges. I've seen people pass away in emergency in very tragic situations, and I've cried in the emergency department. And feel that that emotion was the realest feeling of being human that I felt. Sometimes in our pain, there's an aliveness that we don't feel when we're happy. So I want you to think for yourself sometimes that if you're suffering and you're in pain and you feel alive, that's a good thing. you're never going to stay in that negative feeling, what we call negative, continuously. Things are impermanent. I can't stay angry. I can't stay really angry at somebody for a long time. I can't stay sad for a long time. All the feelings we have are impermanent, and over time, we gradually will come into a more neutral place. But come to some realization that we're cyclic. We're up and down as human beings, whether it's a waveform. And in that waveform of being up and down, we don't have to label the down parts as bad. We don't have to label the up parts as better. That's a personal choice that we make as human beings about whether we label anything. Maybe we shouldn't label any of them. Come to some equanimity, being at peace with whatever is going on and whatever you're feeling in your life. Strive to understand where those feelings come from. Are those feelings coming from a place of hurt? Are they coming from a childhood response that we have, that we carry forward into adulthood and are unaware of? Do they come from a legitimate place that we have, that we can understand it in a valid way, that is a truthful way for ourselves? But it's through that process of self-understanding that then we can start coming back into a place of equanimity, a place being at peace in the middle. It's okay to be positive, it's okay to be negative, and I'm going to be in between. I'm going to work my way in between. Some days good, some days bad, but all of it is part of me. All of it's okay. There's nothing wrong with who you are. Never think you're broken. You may be on the wrong path, you may be on the wrong pathway or journey, and you may need to switch to a different direction, but you're not broken. So when you're feeling up and you're always struggling for that positive, maybe you just embrace where you are in your hurt and your feeling and say, this is impermanent. This will go in time, and I will have better days ahead. So I think for all of us, that's a challenge. But understanding for yourself where you're to and why you are the way you are gives you then the opportunity to grow as a human being. Be engaged in life. Be the best person that you can be in your own existence. And the best existence that you have in yourself is the best existence that is created for everyone in your life then. So it's important, if you can, think about some of this in terms of a way of reflecting to your life. Why do I feel that happiness is much better than sadness? Why do I feel that anger is wrong? But anger sometimes is with passion. There's something good about passion, and passion can drive us to do things, to make changes in the world. All emotions have some duality to them. And come to some understanding of where your emotions come from. Do they come from a place that is a truthful place for you? Or does it come from a place sometimes of childlike responses? I'll talk about that in another video, because I think it's important that you understand for yourself the habits that you have as an adult are often habits that we carry through from childhood that sometimes don't reflect where we're to as an adult, and we need to change them. And as I said before in previous videos, be brave and just live. That's my motto. Be brave and just live. Take what you can today and decide what you need to change, what you control, and look into your life and try to figure out how you can have what you want in your life. I hope you're having a great day. I believe in you. You've got this. You're going to get through. Thanks, and have a great day.